Ooh, what the heck? No. It was locked. Okay. Let's see. Nothing yet. There we go. Hopefully that's it. Nope. Do it this way. There we go. Plug this in this way. It is backwards, huh? Is it? It is, huh? Go. What's happening, everybody? Let me turn this down. Hopefully everybody's doing good. All right, we'll wait for a few more people to add on. As you can see, trying to figure out the rotation. I'm missing Deja tonight. It was her birthday yesterday, so she's out eating with her friends. Took her out to eat tonight. She dressed up all fancy and went out to eat Olive Garden tonight. She's the big 27. So if you guys talk to her, tell her happy birthday for sure. But we'll wait for a few people to join on. Thank goodness it worked out because she's been the tech person here for a minute. Let's see who we got here. All right, Brother Alameda in the house. Let's see here. Brother John Sabatini. Brother. Of course, somebody's calling. Thank God it didn't go through. Let's see. Then we got Brother Martin. All right. Let's see. Brother Sean in the house. Brother Manuel in the house. Brother Lloyd. My brother Anthony. Mark Rubio in the house. Alejandro, good to see you, my brother. And brother Vlad, all the way from New Zealand. Dino, Australia. Larry in the house. Hope you're doing good, Larry. Brother Steve. Scale Customs. Michael in the house. My brother Legs in the house. KC, Missouri. T Mike. Of course, Brother Rudy's right here. Brother Don, North Dakota in the house. Hope you're doing good, my brother. Chris in the house, Cincinnati. Nevaeh. In other words, my brother JJ in the house. My brother Glenn in the house. There's the logo right there. Daniel Vargas. De Vargas. Brother Vince in the house. Boom, boom, boom. Brother Freddie. Denver in the house. Brother Adam in the house. Thanks for letting me know who it is. Adam. Aldolfo Lopez. What is happening, my brother? Corpus Christi in the house. Brother Ethan. All right, good talking with you earlier, Ethan. All right, man, we're jumping in numbers. We got the 54 going. It's good to be back, let me tell you. And Lisa in the house. I sure will, Lisa. I told her even yesterday. You know, these kids nowadays, it's their birthday month. Deja's not that. It's her birthday week, which she deserves it. She kicks some serious butt. All the things that she does, it's crazy. Brother Jason, Arizona, appreciate the support too. My brother Michael, good talking with you earlier. My brother, definitely talk with you tomorrow. Brother Curtis in the house. Man, definitely good to see quite a bit of the family on here tonight. Yeah, birthday week. It's the birthday week. Yep. My son, my youngest son, he's the birthday month. That guy does it for a month. It's like, man, and me and my dad and people like me, we're like, man, we don't even want to celebrate it. It's like, man, let's just let this pass. Let's get it over with. I don't want to celebrate it. I don't know what that is, but definitely appreciate all you guys. Definitely a blessing. Mitchell in the house. My brother's from Santa in the house. Man, definitely good to see you. Got a lot of you guys. So tonight, I'm going to be doing a skateboard. We haven't done one in a while. This has been a commission board that has been in the pocket here for a minute. But because of busyness and a bunch of stuff, getting to it now, it's... my brother, Glenn Olaf, he's from Denver, Colorado. He wanted that blue board that I'd done on Thursday, and somebody had bought it, and we didn't put sold on it. So, of course, we had to reach out to him and say, hey, sorry, that is gone. So, he was like, no worries, you know, if you can just do me a board. So, we're doing a board. It's going to be with his logo. He's a music artist. And it's his logo, and of course it's, you know, Glenn, Olaf, and of course I can see in his logo, you know, it's got the G, it's got the O, of course flip backwards. And we're going to be doing it to where this board is going to be, of course, going to be going up and down artwork. We're going to be doing cobalt blue, oriental blue, probably a little bit of teal in there too, of course with the silvers. And I know I got a few people following along that have some skateboards. They're going to be taping along with me. So we're going to be doing one of the signature styles. So really pay attention. You know what I mean? Not everybody gets it the first time. But, you know, and then too, I did want to share, we are going to be doing, Deja's setting up affiliate program, kind of like what Adam has, going to be doing, to where you can sign up for it. If you point anybody towards the website or even yourself, you can either get paid 10% from every purchase, which can add up if you point quite a few people to the website, and it's through your whatever, it's going to be whatever number, whatever code that people can get. So if you share like the website and people click through it and go purchase, then you'll get 10% of whatever their purchase. So let's just say somebody bought $1,000 worth of stuff. Man, that's $100. You know what I mean? And if not, you have an option to where you can build up material, you know, back to that, you know, to where, let's just say you end up, quite a few people end up spending, and you end up with, you know, end up with $1,000 worth of product that you can choose from the website. And of course, 10, you know, for affiliate, 10%, especially me, we got our prices pretty marked down as it is. I mean, very competitive, especially for what I'm selling. It's not no, you know, it's not no junk, nothing like that. So it's like, man, we take great pride in what we are selling. Of course, the X Prime, my brother Omid, and like I say, American company, just made with love, back to that, you know. So like I say, we'll be setting that up. You know, we appreciate all the support. And like I say, we know there's just so much competition out there, so much things. So whatever we can do to try to help you guys make some little extra money, or be able to get some free materials, or whatever it is, we're going to try to do. So like I say, tonight we're doing the skateboard. Of course, this is a pre-flaked. This is I think a 7.5 skateboard. And these, we do have quite a few. Rudy, can you grab that one with the wheel? It's right there. We do have quite a few pre-flaked skateboards. Probably only have 10 left, honestly. Man, had about 30, you know, a month and a half ago, and man, people actually be buying them. Of quite a bit. Of course, you know, back to that, you know, we could be doing something like this towards the board, the rim, the tail light. You know, you're able to buy the rim from us. A board, you know, we have a bunch of the ready to sprays, even the kits. If you want to try to do this yourself, which, man, I'm proud of a lot of people that are doing it themselves. What's happening, my brother Ruben, Rob Diesel in the house. And that way you're able to try it yourself, do it yourself, you know, with all the videos out, able to figure it out. You know, it's trial and error, back to that, figuring it out. You know what I mean? You guys, you know, the work I see that you guys are doing, you know, it's a blessing to see everything that you guys are doing. And like I say, keep it up. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen overnight. Some people pick it up really quick, and some people it does take a minute. So first, of course, I have the logo that we printed, that Deja printed out. My brother Glenn had already sent it in an SVG format. That's all the high-tech stuff. And it's got a couple outlines in it. I know you guys can't see it now, but it's, of course, with the low tack, ready to roll. But I'm going to tape the border first. Of course, we're going to first wipe the board with wax and grease remover. You can kind of see the flake come out. Now, these boards, most of the boards that I have, we have the crosses. We have the 12 by 32 inch, a bunch of other sizes too. That way you don't got to make the mess. We made it for you. Very, very affordable. Like I say, these are 65 bucks each. You got to think that's the board, that's sanded, that's sealed, silvered, flaked, cleared. I don't know how much boards are going for just plain nowadays. I'm sure they're at least 15 to 20 bucks. And then by the time you buy materials, you make that mess, do all that work. And trust me, I encourage you to do all that. But if you're in a position where you can't, like a lot of people, they're at apartments or somewhere where they, you know, to make a big, huge mess. Like I always tell you guys, if you're gonna base and flake, man, do at least 10 skateboards or some boards, some cups, a bunch of. If you're gonna make a mess, make it worth it. You know what I mean? Yes, Lisa, definitely. Like I say, very affordable. They should be more than that, honestly. I know I would pay to where I could avoid all the mess and just get right to the artwork. But like I say, we're gonna run a border. And of course I have, just to show you kind of one of the ones that I pass around always at the Lowrider pattern class. You know, I cleared over the tape. This one is kind of taped to show you all the steps, all of the process that it takes to do this. And of course I got it cleared because, you know, I would take it to the classes. I don't want the tape coming up, but just to kind of show people all the different steps that it takes. So I'm gonna run first. We'll run with the orange tape, vinyl. About 1/4 of an inch away from the edge. And like I say, these skateboards are a little bit hard to work on just because, you know, because of this, they're wobbly, they're not really flat. So in all reality, like I try to tell everybody, if I was taping this board and you guys weren't watching, I would not be taping it right here. I would honestly be probably sitting in a chair. I have like the swivel chairs that and the ones that go down, the office chairs, and I always take the backs off and so it can turn, and then I'll tape paper on it, and that's usually what I'll tape on. But the main thing is, like I tell you guys need to tape to where you're comfortable. You know, it's like I tell everybody at the class, you know, at this class we have tables set up, but I tell them, man, honestly, this would not be the way I would be doing this personally. You know, you want to be able to move the board to where you're comfortable. You know, like I always stress with you guys, if you're able to move something like this around, versus having to do a roof on a car where you got to go up a ladder, back and forth to the other side. You can't move that car around unless it's got juice and you can throw a side, which, I mean, let me tell you, I have definitely used that to my advantage with permission from the customer. It's like, hey, if it's got juice, I'm working on it, I'm doing a side, I'll literally throw one side, slam one side up, lift one side up if I'm doing the sides, so you can work comfortably on it. But of course, is that on every vehicle? Absolutely not. Does everything you're doing have hydraulics on it? No, but it should be. Laugh out loud, but serious. But when you're working on stuff like this, like I say, keep moving it to where it's not stable. If I was to sit here and have to tape and this thing was locked down, that's kind of a pain in the butt. You want to work comfortable. Fat Lack in the house. Brother Jason, are you sanding the clear coated boards prior to taping? Yes. Yeah, some of them, so if somebody's buying a kit, we, hey, what's up, Dad? Dad is in the house. If you buy a kit, we say on the website, we'll send it sanded, the board. If you're buying boards separate, it clearly states that you got to sand the board. So this board got sanded with 320. Skateboards, man, I always try to tell people, you got to be careful. They will sand through right here where these high spots are. Right here. Sometimes you'll sand through on the edges. But I hit this one with 320 with the DA. And then I hit it with scuff pad, red scuff pad on the DA. Really good over the whole thing. And then that's good to go. If you were doing, let's say you're doing like, if you're doing like a stock paint job, charcoal gray, no patterns, no nothing. I'm talking factory paint job. You would need to be sanding that thing with 600. Otherwise, 320 scratches are gonna show up. The metallic's gonna automatically show every one of those 320 scratches. Now, when you're throwing patterns like this over the flake, man, 320 red scuff pad, that's all I've ever used. I mean, and let me tell you, if you're using bigger flake, man, we'll hit it with 220 and then 320 and then a red scuff pad. And then you're good to go. I hear a lot of people getting stuff ready, like flake. They'll be getting stuff ready with 600 or 800, sanding the flake. Man, that's like, how do I explain that? That's like sanding something. You're gonna waste a lot of time, a lot of effort to not even really get it flat, unless you're using smaller flake and it's not really lumps and chunks. Because you got to think, when you're shooting flake, it's basically you're throwing dirt. You're throwing dirt. Basically, the flake is like dirt. And of course, you got to clear it, get it smooth. That's a lot of steps, you know, to do a lowrider paint job. It's no joke. People don't realize how many steps it is. That's why I say, if we can help you with one of the steps, with quite a few of the steps, the board sanded, sealed, silvered, flaked, cleared multiple times, boom, then it's you, it's you. And then your canvas is ready, and then you can have the fun doing all the artwork. So now we got that done. I always try to tell you guys, think smart. A lot of people will get to this part and then they'll just start running their lines and it'll run off the edges. And I always tell you, you would have to cut every single line that went off the edge. I mean, and imagine like that, if that's me, then here we are cutting 100 lines. Instead, tape it, tape your border right away. Come in, run your border to where you can just run the tape right off the edges. That's going to save you a bunch of razor blade, a bunch of cutting, just a bunch of time. Like I say, Hope you guys are all doing good. And of course, next week we are going to be starting Rudy's bike finally. What is it, Rudy? What kind of bike?
05 Road King.
2005 Road King Harley. It's got, of course, the bags, front fender tank. It's got the side pieces too, huh? It's got the side, I don't know what you'd call those, the oil tank covers or whatever. Not even really that, huh? Yeah. Scott, what is happening, brother? How are you and your family, brother? Definitely get some prayers, brother. Man, definitely sorry to hear about that, Scott. Definitely, brother. Definitely lift you guys up for, man, peace and for the whole family, brother. I know that's a hard thing. I couldn't even imagine. Pray for peace in the mighty name of Jesus Christ for you and your family, Scott. Like I say, I'll move this around as much as I can. And let me tell you, the wood I'm taping right now, usually if I was in a chair, I could run this tape all the way around it almost in one piece without doing all these little pieces. Now, all of these materials you can get on the website. The board's on the website, all of the tape on the website, the flake on the website, silver on the website, everything. All the candies. So now that we got this is what we'd call framed if you were doing a car. If you're doing a 77 Monte Carlo, and we framed all those beautiful lines. And then boom, now it's ready to start laying your patterns, your theme, what you're going to be doing. Definitely. And then all you guys know, I appreciate those that use the website. There's a section in it where you guys can email prayers. We definitely lift everybody up in prayer. There's quite a few people that send it and use it. Brother Randy in the house. Randy G in the house. Definitely I will let her know for sure, Randy. Hope all is good with you, man. So now I'm peeling this off. I got low tack over it. You want to still be careful. Sometimes it cuts a little deep. Sometimes it wants to cut into the paper and it wants to come up with it. Like you see that little spot right there. So you just gotta kind of go around. There we go there, if I can get it up all the way, yep. Cherry. Then we're gonna do our best to center it as good as possible. And this, I pretty much eye. And I'll break out the credit card. The Icon Theater. Yeah, there you go, Randy. Before all the cool stuff happens. Yep. I know I haven't been too much on social media too much. I didn't even know. Of course, you know what? With everybody, it's crazy. You got to think with Facebook, all of us have 25 different friends every 6 months. I'm like, okay, this is my new friend, my new set of 25 friends for the next 6 months. And then a lot of you guys, I don't see anything. Boom. So, like I say, doing this is a commission piece for my brother up in Denver, Glenn Olif. He's this is his logo for his music. He's a music artist, and he's does design software for a real living for his real job to pay the bills. So now that we got this, and then this has got kind of a double line in there, so I'll end up taking out this middle one to kind of for a little bit of border once we're through kind of spraying, and then we'll untape it, and then I'll spray inside there as well. Like I say, tonight we're going to be doing cobalt blue, oriental blue, and a little bit of teal. It's always a big hit. So I'm going to run my first line all the way across. Like I said, I know I got a few people following along. This is kind of the signature, one of the signatures that I do. And that'll be about all the vinyl we'll be using. The rest is going to be masking tape, either 3M or J tape. All right, we got 65 on here. So I run that one there. That's going to split us down the middle. Then I'm going to run a 1/4 inch all the way down on this side. And then we're going to be mirroring the other side. And I'm going about halfway through that orange 1/8 inch. Brother Steve in the house. So then we're going to do that. And then I'm going to run another one. So this is like back to that pre-thinking, kind of where you're figuring it out prior to what you're doing. And of course, everybody's got their own style, just like my brother Randy on here and many other people. You know, we all have our different ways of doing things. And, you know, everybody kind of develops their own style. And then you incorporate that on just about everything you do. It's not like you do exactly the same thing unless you're demonstrating something. But when you're doing, of course, a car and you're trying to come up with something different, no matter what, it's still going to have your style in it. And you're always going to incorporate those certain things that show that it's, you know, that you're the one who did it. Like a lot of people know, like, you know, we got something going on that, you know, I was explaining here in New Mexico. Like here we got, there's 19 different native tribes. And you got to think, this is way cool, like a breakdown. You got to think every one of those tribes have different pottery, different artwork. It means different things. So it'd be like here, let's just use the United States. You got different tribes as far as different styles. Like, so Albuquerque's got its own style. Or let's say, you know, myself has a different style. Then you got Randy that's got a different style. You know, up in Denver. Then you got Joe Angel over in Atlanta. You can always tell his style. Then you go Sal Manzano over in San Diego. You can tell his style and so forth. And you can always tell different styles. So like we were talking about, it's kind of like different tribes, different things. We all got just our way of doing things. And you always incorporating that into every job you do, but you're twisting it a different way. So, man, I appreciate the love, Randy. Like I say, I give you 100% props, brother. You're the top of your game right now, brother, for sure. Definitely. Like I say, I try to explain to people, it's, man, a lot of us through the years have came up and did just about everything. And for people doing things now, it is hard for them to come up with something new because everything's been done. Everything's been done. Everything's been turned this way, turned that way. Every square's been done. Every kind of fade has been done. And it is so hard to be yourself nowadays. And like I say, Randy, always got to give you 100% credit, brother. You know, just, even with Alfredo's bike, man, from the bevels to just, I mean, we could go on and on. The stained glass, the mural work, the pattern work. It's amazing, brother. So now, like I say, and basically what I'm trying to break you down, I kind of already know, and I've got things that I always do, like even spacing. Back to that, if I'm doing a border, you guys see I usually always do a 1/4 inch border. I always do it about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge on just about everything I do. That's just something, that's what I do. Everybody does it different or something similar. And then, it's just, there's always a way, the spacing, it's always something that's how we do it. And it's just, we turn it different directions. So, like I say, if that makes any sense to you. Thank you, Brother John. Appreciate you too, Michael. Okay, so that being said, after all the blah, 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 so I'm going to come in and I am going to separate. And let's say if I did want to measure it, so even with this, and of course, I'm going to come on this side. And let's say I did want to measure it, because I'm going to be running some lines in between this. I'm keeping a space knowing I'm going to still come in this area. It's something that people, when they barely start doing patterns, they don't figure out right away. You got to learn the hard way. You're like, man, okay, I over-taped that. I taped this over that. That should have been under this. But eventually you start figuring out, okay, if I left a little space there, then I could have fit all those patterns inside there if I would have just left that space. So, it's all trial and error. All trial and error. Like I say, flip it to where you're comfortable. So same thing. I'm going to come across. I already know what I'm doing, because I thought it out. And of course, a lot of this came through freestyling. I'm sure most, other pattern painters, it's you just taping lines and you're like going for it. And then you're like, man, when it's all said and done, you're like, man, this is ugly, or man, I really like that. And a lot of my stuff, I came up by making mistakes, pattern wise. It's like by making mistakes, something ended up looking way cool, and you're like, man, that actually is way cool. That's something new. And then of course you might have tweaked it a little bit to kind of perfect it. But and then some things you got to think, some things too, let's say a skateboard versus a car, some things that you're putting on the boards won't go on a car. You know, there's certain things that won't go. You know, this is more like an art piece. You know, a lot of people even say, you know, there's people that don't know, and they're like, man, is somebody gonna ride that? We're like, absolutely not. It's just wall art. You know what I mean? So now we got that. So then now I'm gonna run my first fade for my 3 shade. And this, we're pretty much mirror imaging on both sides. So this is gonna go and up and up. If you guys get that. We're gonna work our way in. Same thing here. I'm gonna do this. This is gonna give us our beautiful sharp points and our span of color with the fades and the shades, the fades and the shades. So same thing, I'm gonna duplicate this over here. We're gonna do one piece at a time. Back to that, let's repeat this. First was the orange, well, of course, first was the border, then we masked it up for a reason. So all these pieces of tape, we don't gotta sit there and cut and then tape like as an afterthought. Next was I ran that 1/8 inch orange vinyl to split it down the middle. And then I ran, of course, the quarter green on both sides. So we're doing a mirror image. And basically you always wanna sit there and you always wanna do one and then you do the other. And that way you're chopping down the job. So in other words, and I can't tell you this for every single thing or for other people, but let me tell you, of course this tape has got where it's set in red. Let me get another one. Hey, give me a 1/2 inch, Rudy. Never mind, I got one. I got one here, sorry. In fact, let's start over that one. Ooh, there, I'm ripping up that green. And of course, let's say you're doing a car. You're doing, of course, the driver's side, the passenger side. There's been many times where I tape up the whole complete side. But boy, then to go repeat it on the other side, especially when you're just eyeing it, it's a pain in the butt. Your best thing, if I can give you any advice, would be to tape one line, go to the other side, tape exactly the same line. Come back to the driver's side, tape your next line. Go back to the passenger side, tape the next line. You are going to appreciate that when it's all said and done. Man, it's a pain in the butt. And of course, like I say, I can tell you, man, like half the jobs I did do one whole side. That way I knew, because I really didn't know what I was doing yet. So I wanted to make sure on one side. But when you kind of know what you're doing, then I encourage you guys to literally tape one line on the driver's side, tape the one line, go back and forth. That way when you're done, you're pretty much done with the driver's side and the passenger side at the same time. You don't gotta be trying to walk back and forth, and your brain on like measurements and door handles and certain body shapes, you know, it's so easy if you got it right there in your fresh memory. If that makes any sense. Hey, you know what I do need though, Rudy? Sorry, brother. 1/2 inch green. 1/2 inch 3M. Thought I had it right here. What is happening, girl? A lot of people said happy birthday to you. Hope you're enjoying your food. We see how it is. We're all hungry over here while you're over at Olive Garden. No, just kidding. Love you, girl. We told him that you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's way over. Boom, boom, boom. Like I say, I'm a big, I can't express enough, 1/2 inch masking tape, 1/2 inch. I used to be a 3/4 inch guy. I'm a 1/2 inch patterns. Lots of shades and fades with 1/2 inch. I got tan, I got green. So same thing here. We're gonna come right here. You're overlapping over it by about a millimeter. Like I say, these skateboards, they move around quite a bit. Brother Vince, is it on sale tonight? No, this one's a commission one, my brother Vince. And then next week is Rudy's bike. So back to that. That'll probably be an 8-week series, kind of like what Adam does, from start to finish. And of course, we based and flaked it a year and something ago. So it's all based and flaked, already sanded. And we're going to really be doing something cool. We're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing from the front of the bike. Work with me here. And the colors, we're not set on the colors yet though. So the front fender to 1/2 of the tank, not faded, but fender part of the tank is going to go, let's say, candy golds with all multicolored patterns. Then from 1/2 of the tank to 1/2 of the bags will go orange with patterns. And then from that section back will be reds, if you get me. So my brother Eric, the lowrider teacher in the house. What is happening, my brother? Know the tape, laugh out loud. Is it on sale tonight? Yes, it sure is, buddy. Brother Vince. Yes, gonna be going live next Thursday unless something crazy happens. We just been so busy. Gonna try to go live every Thursday. It might not happen. I can't promise that, but gonna try to go live every Thursday unless we do have something going on. But so like I said, it'll be a cool series. So in other words, we'll be doing I know that's funny, Michael. Hey, birthday girl. What do you call it? I'll be going as far as I can go for 2 hours next Thursday. You know, if we get it taped, the following week we get it sprayed, and then we move to the tank. You know, we're just gonna go with the flow, and we'll see where it leads us. So same thing here. Here's the third line if you're following along with me and taping. This is 1/4 inch masking tape. Same thing, about a millimeter overlapping. This is like one of the signature styles, not like the one that I do on the cross, but one of the other ones. You know, the cross one is where it goes like this and goes like this. This one goes straight and curves. It's just another, you got to think, it's just another way to twist the tape. And like I said, I can't stress this enough. These sets of 3s, how the color ends up from lighter to darker in the shades. I can't stress enough to add that to your toolbox of tricks and techniques. So, boom, we go there. Next step, gonna come in. Like I say, we're building from this one, we're building from the inside out. So I'm gonna come, let me grab, wherever I put it, I got tape all over the place here. So I got that there, and we're gonna keep adding here too still, out that way. But next, I'm gonna come in with, in fact, let me get the 10 taper it again. Same thing, I'm gonna come in right here with about a 1/2 inch gap. Like I say, this is my own personal, I always do this because 1/2 inch will fit right in there perfect. Some people, you know, back in the day, we used to do about enough for a 3/4 inch line. You know, I'm just showing you guys. That was kind of like the standard 35 years ago, 30 years ago. And of course, things have got more intricate and smaller. You got to think the custom paint world, if we were to go from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, you got to think the 70s, 60s, huge panel painting with lace, pretty much would outline the whole car. Maybe put a few lines to it. Let's pretend this is a whole car. Lace it, do whatever. 70s started getting a little bit more condensed. Let's go with the vans, the good time vans. Started getting a little bit more intricate, a little bit more designs. And then when that died out in that world, like us in the Lowrider deal, man, we just got more intricate, smaller patterns, tighter designs, squeezed a lot more in smaller spaces, and just really got a lot more technical and a lot more detail versus having lace down the whole side of a car. You know what I mean? Which was cool at one point, but at this point, I mean, it's not to say it's not cool. Trust me, I love lace. I'm just saying having lace down the whole side of a car, I mean, that's, I don't know, you got to add a little more than that if you're asking me. So, like this, I'm trying to get a little bit of a turn there. And then same thing, I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna flip it. Same thing, I'm gonna do identically the same thing. 1/2 inch space. Like I say, I'm not perfectly measuring this. You know when we've done that, where I can lay some tape, lay it right next to it, so we're getting perfect. This is all by eye, but for the most part, is pretty on point. You know, almost everything I did back in the day, anything you ever seen in the Lowrider centerfold, or any of the you know, the things that I did have in Lowrider, almost literally 98% of that was all done by eye. You know, I just walked back and forth and I'd do the best I could. And for the most part, it was all pretty much the same. You know, I could sit there and show you differences, but that gives it that human look. You know, like I say, so many people have different ways of getting it perfect. So now we got that. Now I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna do for that added detail. In fact, I'm gonna come on this side. I'm gonna come in, and most people would just keep that pattern open and spray the whole thing solid. This will be that extra added detail that we'll end up shooting with some white right there, just for that extra added detail. Brother Dale in the house, Brother Rob in the house, straight from Canada. Got my brother from, of course, Brother Dale Randomness from KC, Missouri. Got quite a few of my Kansas family on here, and Missouri family. I know everybody out there will argue Missouri's the king, Kansas is whack. I don't know what you guys got going on with that. That's kind of like Espanola and Chimayo. Can't we just all get along? Just kidding. But I mean serious. So then we got that there. Like I say, we're building our way out. Got all the little detail going on so far. Now at this point, we're gonna swing. I'm gonna swing to where it's gonna go under. We're gonna do that. Let me grab. Let me probably go with the green. Like I say, and I'm pretty Brother Eric said Kansas. That's funny, man. Lisa's laughing too. So we got on here though. We got my brother Eric, Lisa, Kansas in the house. Then we got brother Dale. We got brother Michael Legs, which is Kansas City, Missouri, in the house. Of course, Independence, Missouri. Yep, there we go. Laugh out loud. You started stuff. That's funny. That is funny. Yep. How many do we got? How many can we, let's see. Do we got anybody else on the Kansas side on right now? Or anybody else from the Missouri side? It's 2-2, I think. Let's see if I can look through here. Unless anybody else wants to. Is there a saying that Missouri say about Kansas? No, but let me tell you, Jason, like, people in Missouri, if you say Kansas, they get hurt, man. I was called out on that, man. It's they're like, no, this is Kansas City, Missouri. And then you got you know, the other side, you got Kansas on the other side, because there's Kansas City, Kansas, and then there's Kansas City, Missouri. They're right there in the same line. Let's see what Dell said. We have barbecue. Kansas has cornfields. That's funny. Oh no. We got barbecue. Michael. So true. That's funny. Brother Michael Ortega in the house. So let's see. So like I say, now we're gonna go. I'm gonna do twist stuff of this. So basically I'm gonna twist kind of through this. Like I say, this is one of the signature. And like I say, kind of what I was gonna start saying is, man, I used to be mainly a lot of 1/8 inch. I don't know, this last 4 years I've been kind of on the 1/4 inch kick. I'm gonna do that there, and then same thing here. This is gonna twist through here, across here. Sorry if my head's all up in the screen. Okay, then I'm gonna run right through the middle. Of course, let me do the outer part first. So, Brother Juan, what is happening, my brother? 71 watching, but only 30. Yes, thank you. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And like I say, if you need any materials, hit us up. Me and Deja, we got man, if you need OEM colors mixed, we got a whole mixing machine. I can make you gallons of whatever color you need. Clear coats, got some of the best color blender, aka inner coat, clear, ready to spray candies, flakes, colored flakes, silver flakes, white flakes, pearls, and some of the Vanderslice swag. We got banners, we've got hats, shirts, a little bit of everything support, in which we will be doing a giveaway here in about 5 minutes. We'll give away some shirts. So now I'm gonna come in about a 1/2 inch away. In fact, I'm gonna lift this up because I don't want to have to cut over it and under it. So I'm gonna do that there. And We definitely appreciate the support from you guys that have supported the website. Man, we can't thank you guys enough. I'm telling you guys. And like I say, you guys that are just tuning on, we're going to be doing the affiliate program to where you can either make 10% of anybody that you've pointed to the website with your code. You can build you up some cash where you get paid for pointing people to the website. And or you can save you up 10% on everything that somebody buys to use on the website. So we're excited about getting that going. Thank you, my brother Vince. Really appreciate it, brother. Yeah, thank you, Juan. Thank you, brother. We appreciate supporting. And we are getting some more of the blankets in. And those went pretty quick. That was Deja's idea. Way cool. Those went pretty quick for Christmas, which is a blessing. So that's going up and over. And then I am going to do just to a point here. Do that there, and then this one here. Let me do, I'll end up cutting this right here. Yeah, we appreciate all the support, let me tell you. And we got some huge news that we want to share, but we're not able to share it right now. Some big things happening here in Albuquerque. Very exciting. Huge, huge, huge thing for the Lowrider. Another major milestone for the Lowrider world, of the respect that it's getting in a big way that it never did before because of this typical stereotype. It's just a matter of us being a shiny example out there, really. Being, gotta think, man, there's kids watching. What are they watching? Are they seeing something crazy, old school lowrider, or are they seeing a matured, somebody that's changed their life example out there? I'm excited too. My brother, of course, we got my brother Eric on here, if he's still on here, the lowrider teacher. He's the one who started the Lowrider Bike After School program, the leadership program. That we are the one of the chapters here in Albuquerque. They're going to be starting another one. My brother JJ, if he's still on, he's starting a chapter out there in northern New Mexico, San Juan County. In other words, Farmington, Aztec, Bloomfield area. Definitely a blessing. And that's what it's all about. Showing these kids, teaching these kids the ways of the sensei, the Danielson Grasshopper lowrider culture, and just back to that, using the bike as really just a tool to get these kids in the door, to show them some hands-on skills, and just being that Christ-like example. And really just pointing them in the right direction. Anything we can do to not go the way we went. And it's a different world out there now, let me tell you. We can talk about this all day long. You know, back then, parents used to have to beg us to come in. Now you got to beg the kids to go outside. See, it's kind of a mirror image. This is kind of going up and under and through. But definitely a blessing. Like I say, a lot of things going on. It's really changing the outlook, you know, just like the 60 Minutes thing. Man, for that to be a positive story on 60 Minutes versus some gangbang, you know, gangbanging story that would have been 30 years ago, where it is changing. And it's not like that everywhere, but all we can do is continue to do our part and build a community that does want it that way, that sees eye to eye, that wants to see a difference, wants to see a change, and not the old mentality to where it is a positive movement. Changes everybody's perception back to the whole culture and the art of it. Is it ever going to be perfect? Absolutely not. Is there going to be bad seeds? Absolutely. And it'd be nice to get a program going out there in the Phoenix area, Jason. You know, it's definitely let's see, Ruth, my 12-year-old son watches you. Thank you for showing him something amazing. I appreciate that, Ruth. That's what it's all about. It's those messages that we continue to just, it's a blessing. Wow, we have a new club starting in Pueblo. Definitely, Eric, have to, man, there got quite a few people I know up there in Pueblo too, my brother Eric. Guarantee Connect mentors up there too. I don't know if that's going through my brother Lee up there or who that's going through. Okay, so now, what are we looking like? So now, I'm still going to build up here, but I'm going to come back. We're going to kind of go back to over here. Let me get to where you guys can see pretty good. So I'm going to keep building out a little bit here. So we got, and like you see me, I like to do the tan, the green, the tan, the green, the tan, just to make it look cool during the whole process. So let me go, where is my green 8? There we go. Amazing skill, yes. So I'm gonna go here about a ½ inch off. And yeah, let's definitely, and of course we're gonna have to do this giveaway old school because Deja's not here. I will have to let Rudy pick a number. How many do we have on here? 72. Okay, so 72. We'll go back to our old school numbers. Let's do in between 1 and 80. This will be for some Vanderslice stickers, some bigger ones, and for a t-shirt of your choosing of color as far as the design. We got a bunch of new. We got a real cool magenta in, some cool green for the logos. So same thing, I'm going to do that there. Like you guys see me, I'm super shaky. If I can do it, you can do it. There shouldn't be anything that holds you back. And you see guys doing stuff, man. I seen a guy doing tattoos with his feet, man. Some crazy stuff. Okay, I'm gonna cut this. Like I say, a lot of the artwork, man, you just start taping. Like I say, we have boards you can buy that are pre-flaked, get you some tape. We got kits. You know, it's just messing around. Get a board, tape on it, mess around. Is it gonna not maybe look the way you wanted it to the first time? Like I can't stress enough. man, first things I did looked crazy. I need to pull some of that stuff out. You know, where I was trying to develop my style, trying to figure it out. Like I say, I would pull out Lowrider magazines. You know, this is the late 80s. And, man, I would look for stuff I liked and I would try to duplicate it. And that's what I did for the first couple of years. And then at that point, I started taking from here, taking from there, and making my own style. And I really had a desire to make every paint job look different. So there would be some that people might not have liked. And one of these days I'd really like to talk about that. Pull out things and explain why I did them. You know, it was trying to be different. Twisting the tape different. Doing graffiti with tape. Real crazy wild style paint jobs. To old school frame patterns. To some of the Flora de Lis swirls that you see, overs and unders, just so many different things, trying to do every car a different style to where it had its own unique look to it, but you could still tell it was me. That's what it's all about. And like I say, I know it's hard for people now because a lot of things have been done and things start looking like other people's work, but that shouldn't stop you. And you still got people like Randy on here, other people that they don't let that stop them. You know, it's adding new effects, new things that make it a trendsetter. You know, like my shop, the name of it was Innovative Styles. And if you were to go through that, you got to think, man, innovating new styles. Innovative styles. That's coming up with styles, new styles at the time. Did you write a number down, Rudy? In between, a number in between 1 and 75. I mean 1 and 80.
Is it 1 and 80 now?
Yeah, between 1 and 80. I know Deja's got the high-tech thing. She presses a button and if you guys do the hashtag. Thank God Deja got most of all this set up for me today. She did the thumbnail and the description and all of those things, and did the little picture and sent all the things to you guys. Man, I used to do all that much stuff myself, be all stressing. Today we were actually ready on time. Usually if you guys seen what goes on behind the scenes here, woo! Huh, Rudy?
Yep, crazy.
20 minutes before gonna go live, it's like, man, it's crazy. Trying to clean out guns and hurry up here, and it's still sometimes trying to figure out what I'm even doing. Oh, it's a bucket of insanity. And you get to see Ugly Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of, hi, how's everybody doing? This is great. Definitely. There you go. Picked up some signs, brother, from Hobby Lobby. Just to met. Yep. So I say, do what you got to do. Let's see, Emmanuel. Has anybody watched Bugs explore the tunnels in Porque? Crazy graffiti in the underground since Slice and Blast work. That's funny. Man, I'm going to have to go do that too. I wish we could do that live. I know he does them and then posts them. Man, me and Blast be going, oh, I mean, there's some crazy tunnels here down in the middle of the freeway. We're pretty blessed here. The way this city's built, so if you guys ain't from here, the way Albuquerque's built, we got the mountains. The mountains are a mile high. So we're a mile high city just like Denver. Literally a mile high. The city itself is 5,000 something elevation. The mountain the mountain, I think it's like 10,000, 11,000 feet, the sandias here, and the manzanos. And the city starts from the heights and kind of goes downhill all the way to the valley, which is kind of like, I don't know, that would be maybe 80% of the way till you hit the river. And then there's another 20%. And I live on the other side of the city. I live literally on the whole other side by the petroglyphs, where like volcanoes, we have like the historic petroglyphs where like the volcanoes, it's frozen rock where like the lava. But we have a bunch of ditches here, kind of like you see, like those ones that are always in the movies in Los Angeles. But these ones, they start from the top of the city and come down. So you can, if you're on a pedal bike, a motorcycle, or anything like that, man, you can roll, you can have a blast going through the ditches. They're like cement ditches for the water to run for irrigation. And there's a bunch of tunnels that go, and man, so much graffiti, so many little tunnels that you can go that goes for miles. It's way cool. So, well, man, we need to record some of that too. Okay, so next, I'm gonna come in and add a little bit of detail here in these certain little areas. So I'm gonna come in with the 1/2 inch. Right here. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Boom. Then I'm gonna run one there. Then I'm gonna run one here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. And the winner is Rudy's got 32. Who is 32? 32. Brother Randy, holy Moses. All right, my brother, congratulations. I know you've won before too. Yep. Randy G in the house. Let me know what color shirt you want, Randy. We got a bunch of cool new, the logos. We got some cool magenta, some purple, some greens. And of course we got the old school too. We got the paint supply shirt. We got a bunch of different ones. If you guys don't know who Randy is, you guys need to go follow him on Facebook or Instagram. Check out some of his work. He's out of Denver, Colorado. Does some amazing work. And this is back to this too. Back to this, you know. Man, it's you know, a lot of us, we should all be getting along instead of in competition. So many other places, there's still a lot of competition, a lot of jealousy and hate. So same thing, I'm gonna come in here, I'm just building up off of this. Once you get a system down, you'll get it figured out. It's a matter of just building up, building out, coming up with the style, and just going for it. Is there a rule book to this? Not really, but there kind of is. I mean, for people that have been doing it for a long time, we got kind of like some lanes we like to stay in. And we'll do another giveaway here real soon. do the same thing. What now? Ah, that's funny, man. Appreciate supporting Randy for sure, brother. I know I got quite a bit going on. Still want to talk with you about doing a class up there in Denver. Most definitely it'll have to be probably the end of summer, more like September. So we can figure that out. Got some big things going on this year, so it's like, man, I need to try to set my schedule where I'm not killing myself. So I know like a lot of us on here, we are overwhelmed. Boom, boom, boom. Dale said, let's go to Denver. Yeah. What's happening, Joseph? Okay, so we're almost ready here. Just gonna fill in these last little spots real quick. Let me break out with the tan. Back to a lot of this, I'm just trying to get those 3 shades in. As you can see, kind of my signature thing all the time is 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. That gives you enough room to kind of get those shades in there. That's not necessarily on everything, but that is one of my like signature things that I've always done. I'm talking for the last 35 years. That's been like a huge part of my signature. Just adding in that little bit of detail. Like I say, a lot of things. And if you see a lot of my work from back in the day, man, each job was completely different. Like I say, if we're gonna be doing over and under swirls, whatever it may be, yeah, definitely tune in for Rudy's bike. Definitely gonna be doing, like I say, we'll be doing we're gonna be doing the from the front fender back to part of the tank color with different patterns, and then from half the tank back to half the bags a color, and then from that back to where when you're riding away, let's just say it'll look red. If you're coming towards you, it'll look gold. Kind of like my car has the one color on one side and a whole nother paint job on the other side. So now let me run just a few.
Four colors?
Huh?
They look like 4 different colors?
3 different colors. Rudy's trying to get one more other color in there. That's funny. This one you won't even really see it, so it's almost pointless even putting it. There you go. We're pretty much ready to start spraying. Okay. Like even with this, you know what? I'm gonna add one more, you know me. I'm gonna add one more little fade right here. Get that turn right. Let's see here. It'd be great whenever you want to do it. I'm definitely thinking, Randy, like September, like right around the September, maybe August time. That would be really nice up there where you're at. Just gotta coordinate with what shows are going on to avoid conflict. Remember last time, let me tell you, almost, this is crazy. Like, I'm trying to think of all the examples. So Denver, what was it? Okay, last time we did the Denver show, crazy freaking tailored, non-tailored nonsense was there. So rooms were super expensive for people. I mean, crazy. And we had already, I don't know if I got to check her tour schedule or what to align it with. And then Kansas, I'm trying to think something was going on in Kansas too. Something to where it was like, something was happening, if I'm not mistaken. Huh? I don't know. No, it wasn't the Super Bowl because we were out there. It was October when we were in Kansas. But there was something going on too where it's like, yep, Anthony just can't leave us space. I know, trust me. Even these little, I'm like, man, okay, let me put something in here. Boom, boom, boom. And then even this is like crazy, which it is going to drive me crazy. So let me just real quick. Thank you for letting me know. I'm just kidding much. Boom. We'll come in here one more time. Just do those two there, and one on the other side. Is my brother is Austin on here tonight? NASCAR races in Kansas City in October. That's a good one. Put the tape down and let the little boy go down. That's funny. Yep. I need those people to tell me that. Put down the tape and let the little boy go. In fact, the first one to let me know where that saying really comes from. Not the tape, but it's just like that. I'll send you a shirt too. Where does that saying come from? Put down and let the little boy go. What's that from? Yep, there you go. You got it. Let's see. Okay, Fat Lack was the first one. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here we go. Powder pink with a powder pink pearl with purple polka dots. That's what we're doing today. Just kidding. So now, of course, we are gonna start spraying. Hey, Rudy, get the fan set up if you would. Appreciate you. This should be a pretty quick process. That's the good thing about this puzzle taping. Blues and reds. This one's going, we are going cobalt blue and oriental blue. And possibly a little teal. And of course, first I'm going to shoot white to where we can kill the flake and the silver in those areas. You guys know that's something that unfortunately you guys can't really get the whole you guys ain't able to really see how amazing that really does look unless you guys have seen. Like I say, all these materials you can get on the website. There's a lot of things we don't have on there. If you have questions, I think Deja put my name and my number and her number in the description. This one we already have, the colors are already pre-picked. So I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna literally come in with white in these certain areas, use it at your discretion. So basically this is all taped, ready to just, there's gonna be no other taping on this. It's planned out, it's taped. We tape from the inside out. And now we are gonna start spraying and untaping, and it's called puzzle taping. So we're just gonna work our way back down to that middle line. The last thing we will be spraying, of course, is the logo. And you know, like I say, this is kind of one of those things. You come in with the white. You don't have to do this. This is just something I do. It just adds that extra detail to it. It gives it that 3D. And it drowns out the flake to where it looks like a solid blue wherever we shoot the white. And then the flake next to it with candy on it, it just gives it that depth, makes it pop. So I'm gonna come in, same thing. And you can do it as heavy as you want. Like right here, I'm gonna barely put any. I'm gonna do a fade instead of going solid in there, right along the edge. And then, like I was saying, this is kind of just your own discretion. Like for sure, I always right here. This one I'm going to put a little bit heavier. Little bit right here. Same thing right here. I'm going to come in a little bit right here. And then this one, I'm going to kind of come in right on the middle across there. Same thing here. Right across here. And then I'm going to come on just one side of this. Boom. Here. Okay, then I'm gonna break out with the, you wanna go, let's say you're doing, like with this, that you guys don't know. What's happening, my brother? American Dream Custom Paint. So this here, you always wanna go with the darker color first. Because the lighter color is not going to affect it. So if you're going to go, like we always talk about, this is just mandatory, back to your tricks, adding to your tricks. You know, it's a common thing. If you're doing candies, you're able to put cobalt blue, and then you can go over it with oriental blue, and it's not going to affect it. Just like you would if you're going to do red, orange, and then gold in that sequence. You can utilize that. What is up? Got my brother on here too. You guys need any spray guns? My brother has got some amazing, you guys have heard of the Widow Killer. He's got a bunch of awesome spray guns. You'll have to send me a few, brother, the touch-up ones, the smaller ones, so I can demonstrate them on here, my brother. especially the touch-up ones. Very fair price, really good guns. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. And what's your name, my brother? Glenn, right? So now I got my cobalt blue. I'm going to literally shoot over the whole thing. We are not going to go in strategically in every one of these areas to shoot this. This is back to just one of my things. Like, we're literally going to come over this cobalt blue. Over the whole thing. I'm just kind of dusting it on because it is a little cold. I got my little Weber heater going. Okay, cute, with the fan going, of course. We're like, yeah, I did, my brother asked. I know. Yeah, Widow Killer. Tell me more. Yeah, I think my brother here, American Dream Custom Paint, he's his name is Glenn. If I'm not mistaken, he sells guns. We want to try to support other people and not step on their toes and talk smack about other people. So I'm going to let that dry just real quick. Usually we'd be able to keep going, but of course, because it's a little cold here, you know what I mean? Johnny said, yeah, Rob, you should get down on some. Hey, Johnny, man, Johnny's a blessing. Let me tell you, like I was telling you, Johnny, a lot of people right now are wanting that .025 flake, boy. That's, whew, let me tell you, man, that's a whole nother animal right there. Yep. Yeah, and I was telling you, my brother, American Dream Custom Paint, man, you should definitely send me a couple of the touch-up guns to use for the channel. You can see everybody on here, quite a few people asking about those. Yes, definitely, the Little Beast. Send me a couple of those, my brother. You see you got quite a few people on here that want some. Very affordable price, really good guns. Like I say, he's got the Widow Killer. That's kind of killed the Black Widow, Harbor Freight's Black Widow. He's got quite a few other ones. He's got some flake guns too. But yes, we appreciate you, my brother Johnny. Let me tell you, thanks for your order. And yeah, the .025 is no joke. Shooting that flake. So I'm going to go back over this again. And this is where we're going to start with the shades. Not the fades. So basically at this point, I always call it the 3-3-3, like we talk about. Like I say, it's a little cold. So I'm having to wait just a little bit more. Definitely, my brother. Yeah, what you have to shoot the Vanderslice flake mix.
Is that good for that 2.5 flake?
Think so. So like I say, just because it's a little cooler, let me so I'm gonna put one more coat now, and then we're gonna start untaping and doing the next. Like I say, this is all just puzzle taping. Doing 3 coats, 3 coats, 3 coats. Okay, so that's that. Now we're gonna start untaping. I'm gonna just put this real quick over the heater real quick. So now I'm gonna start untaping the last thing taped in all of these areas. And I asked earlier, I don't know if Austin is watching. My brother Austin from Wyoming. The 900 is my go-to, my brother. So like I say, we are literally taking up the first, all of the first set of my 3s. Like I say, it's kind of the signature 3. You got to always make sure you get them all too. Make sure you don't miss anything. So the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one here, this one here. Take up this. Okay. Now I'm going to come back cobalt blue one more time. Yes, definitely, my brother. You definitely, let me tell you, the 900 is amazing. It's got that honey, sweet honey smell. OG. It's So same thing, I'm gonna come back in, spraying over everything. So everything that has already been sprayed is gonna end up with 6 coats when it's all said and done. What I'm spraying right now is gonna end up with 3 coats. Love the blues. Of course, we have to let this dry. I have the heat gun. But honestly, I need to pull out real quick here. See if we can blow the circuit. Laugh out loud. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna do another coat. Man, if this was summer or hotter, boy, we would be flying through this. But it is not summer. How many of you guys want it to be spring, summer, or fall? I'm already done with this cold weather. Man, and how about my Kansas family out there, man, and other, man, they said you guys are supposed to have some crazy cold weather. I already seen it was crazy last week out there. Woody, summer for me. Where are you at, Woody? Florida, supposed to snow here. That's crazy, Florida. Brother Jeremy, so badly winter can't beat it already. Lloyd, man, that's crazy, man. Arctic freeze, Colorado, definitely. Woo! It was crazy, my brother Eric. Okay, go ahead and turn that back on. Sorry. Gotta rotate because the power will blow. If you got the heater going, we can't have the fan going, so we gotta breathe in. Portland, Tennessee, man, that is crazy too. I know you guys, all of that flooding that was out there, kind of, what was it, North Carolina? Man, I seen on Steve Bannon this morning, they're showing some of the places where, man, FEMA still hasn't helped anybody out there. They got places where people are letting people stay on their property. People are bringing RVs to stay in. So now I'm going to untape the next one. So on each 3, basically puzzle taping. You get it figured out. Untape to the next one. Untape to the next one. Spray, untape. Wash, rinse, repeat. Yeah, they're sleeping in tents. It's crazy, brother. I know I've seen his, man. But thank God there is certain people that are letting people stay. People are bringing RVs and from all over the United States for people to stay in over there. I know a guy has like 60 RVs on his property. He's got more coming. It's just sad. All this stuff too. Personally, I think there's an agenda behind it. 15-minute cities. Who knows about those? Like that Hawaii deal too. Okay, we're gonna do another giveaway too. Let's do I'll give 3 of my ice pearls. I'll do red, some white, and some blue. Fat Lax already got 15. Let's do yeah, any number in between 1 and 90. I'll give I'll do some of the small little jars of the ice pearls. Red, white, and blue. And if anybody's on here that hasn't got a giveaway yet, I know Deja just sent out, we just got the shirt machine working again to do the shirts, the press. So Rob, I think your shirt got sent out either yesterday or today. I think there's a few people, Johnny Ortiz, I think too. Your shirt got sent out yesterday. Let me know, because it's so easy we forget sometimes on the giveaways. We want to make sure everybody's getting what they've won. And if we have forgotten you, please, please let us know. Man, that bike, Eric, came out sick, man. Nick did an amazing job over what you guys had. Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to come in with the Oriental Blue. I want to make sure I got everything off that I want off. You always want to double check. Man, he really did that. I mean, really looks good. Brother Matt Frost in the house. What is happening, my brother? Eric, Toledo family too. Revive Customs. What is happening? So now I'm going to come back. Same thing. I am not strategically going in these areas. I'm deliberately going over the whole thing. This is Oriental Blue. What we just shot was Cobalt Blue. I'm deliberately going over the Cobalt with the Oriental Blue. So it's going to darken it up just a little bit, not much. But we're going to start getting those shades towards the very first set. The darkest, the second, like I say, we got 6, 3, and now here we go again. This will end up with 9 coats on it. This will end up with 6 coats on it. What I'm shooting here is going to end up with 3 coats on it. Let that dry real quick. Like I say, if this was warmer temperature, man, I'd be able to start untaping. It would be a boom, boom, boom. Man, that's crazy. Colorado is going to be snowing and cold this weekend. Man, you know, here in Albuquerque, you guys in Denver, like I say, we're both a mile high. And in the summer, usually we have about the same temps. But wintertime, because the jet stream, you guys always get a lot more snow than we do. It only snows here in Albuquerque too, like twice a year, maybe a heavy snow. But, you know, it snows in the mountains quite a bit. Santa Fe and in the mountains, you know, just literally 30 minutes away from here. But we just don't get the same amount of snow like you guys do. And of course, yeah, my brother Jason, that's funny. Phoenix is a whole different story. Me and Rudy, we lived out in Tucson back in the 90s. I was there for like 4 years. He was there for 10 years. Man, it's crazy. I mean, that's a whole nother animal right there. So now here I go again. I'm putting another coat over everything. I don't want any more snow. I could barely leave my driveway yesterday. That's funny. Below zero. So where are you at, my brother Glenn? Okay. Same thing, gonna let this dry just real quick. The struggle is real, she said. SMR Customs, Amarillo. We're freezing for 4 days. Yeah, that's crazy, man, honestly. And then let me check out my brother Anthony here in Kentucky. It has been a week since it snowed here, and I was only able to get off the property today. Wow. It's no joke. So I guess everybody wants spring to come real fast. It's just hard to get motivated. I know a lot of people, man, they work like, you know, that work out of like a garage out of their, that's on their property or something. It's man, it's hard to get into that mode. You got to have a heater going, a whole bunch of, it's hard to get motivated. Of course, global warming, no? You know, psych. I'm not a part of that cult. The global warming cult, where we are supposed to be dead in 1970 because the snow caps are melting. Been melting for 5,000 years. We're still here. All the damage that's being done is intentional, deliberately, personally. It's my opinion. We're gonna grow oranges in Alaska, my brother Dell said. That's funny. That's what they said 70 years ago, Dell. They'd be growing oranges in Alaska. I don't think that's happening yet. So same thing, look at these nice points are starting to show up. This is slowly working our way backwards. Man, and this, man, I'm telling you, all these ready to sprays, they're of course, they got the 500 that I sell, Intercoat Clear, which is amazing. I cannot talk enough good about it. None of that peeling, none of that craziness that you get from other things. Okay, so, and here I am too. This is like, to me, a lot of space in here, which is sad. We don't like space. I'm gonna come in with, looks like my 16th inch here. I'm gonna put literally a line right across here because we can't leave empty spaces. Kino, Kino. We're coming right here, and I'm gonna come just right here. Put down the candy and let the little boy go. Put down the tape. Okay, boom. So now I'm same thing. Coming back in with the Oriental blue. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate you. Definitely, my brother. Same thing. I'm going completely over everything. You could totally strategically go in and hit all of those areas that need paint, but I'm trying to darken up everything. So at the same point, let me tell you, you listen to what I'm saying. When you're doing this style, you don't want to get the color to where it needs to be all the way to the end. Are you guys with me? So in other words, that cobalt blue, I knew I only wanted to throw 3 coats on that first one. And then, of course, because I knew I was going to throw 3 more for that second one. And then I knew I was going to come back with Oriental blue and throw 3 coats. And then I was going to come back again with Oriental blue again and shoot whatever I'm going to shoot now, which is probably just going to be 1 more coat. That's for a reason. So you don't want to get the color all the way to where you want it to be right at first, because you know you're going to keep adding to it through the process. So like I say, besides me spitting, I got a little spit. Chase it off the edge of the board. Little baboso. That's pretty much it right there, except for this right here, which in all reality I should have had off, or no, I shouldn't have. This is in the right order. And this one here, I probably will come back with just a cobalt right there, right through the middle. Just real light. Okay, now we're gonna do the over and unders, which there's not too many, but this right here, this coming through here, this hitting there, and then around the edges, and of course it's still pretty wet. Just give it a quick second here. I might as well untape these. These are ready to go here. Of course, you'll get to see it when I start clearing it, which we're going to be doing here real soon. So I'm pulling up just right there. I'm going to pull up here, but I don't want to stick my hand in it. It's still too a little bit wet because I don't have any patience ever. I'm the type, when I'm clearing something or shooting it, I'll come back in 47,000 times and touch it to see if the clear's ready for the next coat. It's like, man, quit touching it. I'm that kid that your parents told you not to touch it, and then you went and touched it. Sometimes that don't touch it, you have to learn a lesson, like fire. Don't touch it. There's a reason for that, because it's hot. But sometimes we gotta learn the hard way, right? Yeah, there you go. You know, just like every lesson in life, sometimes we gotta learn the hard way. So I'm just coming in with some of the ready to spray black. Barely just gonna spray right here. Gonna barely spray right here. This is all kind of peeling and doing it in a certain order. I needed to spray there because that is going underneath there. So I'm able to untape these so I can spray here the black to where that's going under. And this I will end up masking it. So it's not just, like I say, this, you could definitely break out your airbrush. I only do that on certain occasions. If it's something really, really trying to kind of get in there, and still, half the time I'll still tape just to get crisp lines to where your black's not fading into other areas, especially if you're using like this, the touch-up gun. Even with the airbrush, you can still, I mean, you can try to get in there as good as you want, but it's still going to go past the line. So you either want to tape it or come in with something like, say, like this. There's all kinds of cool things. I mean, we can cut paper with different round shapes to match whatever you're trying to shade. Like, you can come in and cut this out. I have all kinds of cutout boards that kind of can go in and mirror some of these bins to where you don't got to go in and tape it. Because, I mean, this, you got to think this line bends like this. If you go too far, you're going to end up with some black fade there, a black fade there. So it's either you got to go in real strategically just in that area, or you're going to tape it. Like I say, I'm just barely trying to go a little bit of black right there for that one. And then now I can peel back all of this. So we'll peel back all of these here. Like, let me go this way. Like I say, and it's pretty cold. Like I say, this is pretty wet still. So I gotta kind of be careful, not super wet, but this thing's gonna start coming to life. You're like, man, what's all that crazy taping? You can't really tell what it is. It looks like a bunch of mumbo jumbo until it's all untaped. And you're like, okay, I get it now. And then see, this one is kind of pointless. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's kind of pointless for me to shade right here. The only area that's popping out is right there, because the actual letters, I mean the logo is right there. This one you're able to see it, and then right here you're able to see it. So with this, like in this circumstance, and of course all of these are ready to come off, so we can start taking off some of this. Same thing, all of this can start coming off. This one can come off. This one can come off. And then, like I say, the only thing gonna be actually spraying. You could call it black candy. I've never I've used black candy a few times personally. I get my blacker than black, water it down some for anything I'm doing ever Raiders, my brother. And it would be the same thing as black candy. I never really bought into the black candy thing personally. No offense to any black candy people, but I've just literally watered down my black, shot it light, and then you get that same effect. Like I say, this is I'm just barely right there trying to get a little shading. Same thing here, like I was saying, it's kind of pointless because the letter's right there, but I'm gonna come along anyway. A little bit. Same thing here. Kind of go along that. Barely a little bit. Couple of shots there. And then we can peel off this. Got this here. A little 16th inch. We got on the website 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 1.5 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 6 millimeter, half inch, 3/4 inch. I got vinyl, I got masking tape, a bunch of different sizes of tape. So now our next thing is going to be the shading around this. In fact, let me shoot a little black first. Yeah, that's the only problem, man. No offense, man, to the black. I have black too. And honestly, I shot it and it came out kind of a bluish purple too. Absolutely, I have bottles that I'm never going to use personally. I thought it was a joke. If black is black, it needs to be black, not blue, purple. No offense, but I don't know. It's just, like I say, I never bought into that. I bought a bunch too, and I was like, man, this is like bluish purple. This ain't black. It looked like cockadookie, like a cockadookie, I don't even know how to explain it. And this is just how I've always done it, black. Back in the day, it was always PPG black. Watered it down, boom, boom, boom. It was transparent. Anything I always did Raiders, my unders and overs, just depending on what you want to do. I mean, straight up, no sugar coating, water it down to however transparent you want it. And then there's carbon black, brown black. So this, I'm just barely going around the lettering. And I might want to even go in one more time. Just a little more to get those overs and unders. Okay. Now I'm going to take out, there's a double line Get a nice little starting point. And then the middle's taped as well, which, let me see, so we got the border there. So let me do this. Okay, same thing here. I'm going to come in. There's one little more border around each one of these. Same thing. A little scraping. A little shaky, but that's where the shakiness is not good. Like I tell you guys, if you guys were to play Operation with me, woo, that'd be comedy. Okay, I want to make sure all the borders are gone from that. Then I'm going to go just one little coat. One more. We'll take out all of that middle. Okay, now all of this is going to come out. Here, we'll keep that outer border real quick. Okay. Yeah, I do have plastic blades. We just don't have, I know, and I should be using them. I have a whole bunch. We don't have them on the website for sale. But I can't even tell you how many got a grip of them. And I should be using them. So now I'm going to come back. This right here, I probably will. So, I mean, I could go in with. Brother Glenn, what do you think, brother? Getting there. Probably will real quick. We're almost there where we're going to be doing the border and we'll be clearing it. Make sure one little leaker. See, a lot of people would tape over it and then they would cut with the razor blade all around each one of those edges. Man, I don't want to be gouging it everywhere. So easy to go too deep. So I'm gonna go, I try to do as much tearing, fitting and tearing as possible. And I could have just went over this with some Oriental blue, kind of tried to shade in there as much as possible. So I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways you can go about this. It's really up to you. But like I say, I just don't like, if I can avoid the razor blade as much as possible, as far as cutting. Like you see me shaky like crazy. I've been shaky my whole, I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is. Thank you, my brother. I mean, of course, there is places you do gotta cut, like I say, but if you can go in and piece it like I'm doing, as much as possible. Like I say, some people you can put the low tack over it, go in strategically and cut with the razor blade. Man, that's just, I try to avoid that as much as possible, if I can. Like I say, I totally could have went in with some Oriental blue and just shaded it real quick. That's an option too. Some of these little tight spots, you have to. Unfortunately, I might as well should have just went the whole way. Same thing over here. What do we got here? 91. Let's do another giveaway. Let's do, let me see, we'll do in between 1 and 100. I don't know what I'm going to give away yet though. But you guys go ahead. Start picking a number. Rudy will write something down. And these middle ones, I'm gonna keep that one the way it is. And I know my brother Glenn, he had sent me originally the logo with kind of lines going through it. So I'm gonna actually go.
What you giving away this time? Or you...
Don't know what we're giving away.
Oh,
Not yet.
we never did the nice pro one yet.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? We didn't do it? Are you serious?
You don't fall asleep or you
I don't know. That's a good one. Hey, everybody. Did we even give away the 3 ice pearls?
No,
Did we call
I
that?
haven't been down here.
Are you serious?
You know, I got
Wow.
for sure.
That's sad. That's crazy. Who won this? That's what I'm saying. Did we even do the second giveaway? That's pretty bad.
See, we did it.
Wow.
Holy.
Wow, okay, so we're gonna do this one and then another one. That's crazy. Rob said nope. That's a good one. That is sad. Wow. Come on, Rudy. Rudy's over here falling asleep on me, man. This guy goes to work. He gets up at 3 in the morning, though. We can't.
So what are we doing this on this one?
We'll do the 3 pearls, the red, white, and blue. I can't believe that. Spencer. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, let's see. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate you, brother. For sure, we wanna. Put a little bit of the teal. Teal. I'm gonna shoot just barely. You gotta watch when you're peeling too, cause that low tack. So I try to peel from this end and I peel from that end. Like this one won't be bad. This one though, be careful. This gotta be careful to peel it up. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay, and then more teal. Okay. We still got one little border to turn around, and then we're gonna shoot the black around the edge. I'm gonna shoot just the outer border, and then we are ready for clear. What time is it? 10:30, not too bad. Hey, go ahead and turn that fan off, Rudy, for a minute. I did put that. In fact, get me one of those the plastic razor blades. They're up right by that Vanderslice, that plaque.
Yeah.
Come on. Thank you.
Ready for a number or what?
Oh yeah, do the number for sure. Okay, here we go.
15.
15. Who is number 15? Who is 15? 15 wins. Red, white, and blue ice pearl. Number 15. If there is, was somebody picked 15. And if nobody did pick 15, then we'll do a draw between who was 14 and who was 16. Okay, let's see. Rob had 14 and 16. So, Fat Lack picked 15.
Yeah.
Congratulations! My brother Chuck, Fat Lack, for Florida in the house. Florida in the house. We got a sliver in the house. Here we go. What else? Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to come back in. I'm going to shoot the black around the edge to kind of look like all the patterns are going under and over. And then we will untape that border. I'm going to shoot some teal around that edge. and then we'll go from there. Get these out the way real quick here. Okay. Like I say, this is all taping from inside out. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Get this out the way. Watch this. Check this out. Watch, everybody. Oops, that's how watch. Hey, there you go. Cherry. Brother Chuck. What's happening? Jaime in the house. So now I'm literally just going along the edge of some teal. Yeah, buddy. Glad you like it, my brother Glenn. Really appreciate it. You guys, I know my brother Glenn, like I say, he's a music artist. He was going to post a link to go see what he has going on. I don't know if you were able to do that, my brother. Shooting a little bit of teal up. Same thing. Come on. I'm kind of just barely a little bit up. There you go. Go check out what he has going on. We are gonna untape this border and I'm gonna mix up some clear and then we'll see some magic happen here. Yeah, definitely go follow my brother, Glenn Olaf. Streaming. Then here we got the nice border. Boom. Cherry, all those nice shades. And then like I say, it's hard for you guys to see that white where it drowns out the flake. But like I say, we're gonna clear it. We'll put the bright light on it and we'll go from there and then we'll be done. Now that's not too bad. 10:43, 8 o'clock, boom, 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 9, 10, 11. And I'm gonna be putting on my Speed Clear. It's the PCX 44 Speed Clear High Solids. You can find this on the website. Man, very good stuff. PCX 44. All these, everything I use tonight, you can get on the website. Definitely appreciate you supporting. Let's continue to support small businesses. Can't thank you guys enough. Me and Deja appreciate you guys. Don't forget as well, Rudy's got motorcycle rims for sale, all V-Class style, white walls, spokes, different ones he can special order. Bars, pipes, lots of stuff as well. Hit up Brother Rudy. Support small business. Hey Dino, I appreciate that, brother. Really do appreciate it. What time is it out there in Australia, my brother? Okay. This Speed Clear is 4 to 1. 4 p.m. All right, it's in the afternoon, almost time for dinner. What up? Yeah. We got Deja in the house.
Hi!
Yeah, tell everybody.
What is poppin'?
Yeah, buddy. I know.
Nothing
Boom, boom.
to see, but what is poppin'?
Yeah, huh? Let's see this. Let's see.
No, I would leave it.
Yeah, now let's see. Let's see. We got this girl. Tell everybody hi.
Hi!
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. You don't want to see my ugly mug.
Okay, you can put it back down now. Put it back
Yeah.
down what the people came to see.
Yeah, buddy. What the people came to see, she said. A lot of people told you happy birthday.
I know, I hopped on here and there. Love you
Yep.
guys. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Did I switch it? No, there we go. Okay, let me put it down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. What do we got here? Okay. 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 Get to see what it looks like here. Got them legs out. Watch this.
Nope.
Oops.
Robert.
Barking spiders. Okay, let's see here. Of course, you always want to put on, you want to literally just put on a dust coat whenever you're doing something like this. So easy to get the candy to run into the silver. So I'm going to put a dust coat. We'll wait just a few minutes and then I will put a wet coat and then we will pray our way out. Like I say, appreciate you guys always tuning in. That's funny. Thought my mom was. I'll call it at that just for a minute. We'll let it dry. Like I said, it's so easy to get too happy, put too much on, and just watch candy slide into silvers. Man, I've done it so many times. Talk about crazy. But I hope you guys get to see kind of these different shades. I know it's, I'm looking at the screen here. And you kind of see those different, like, man, that cobalt blue that's got 9 coats on it. The next cobalt blue. You got the oriental blue. All the different shades. Man, it's just, like I say, it just, from a distance, you don't see all of that. Could you put gel coat over it? I'm sure you could, Jason. A gel coat, I mean, basically that would be, what do you call it? Basically like putting kind of resin, I guess you would call it. Like I say, I'm just waiting. We need to give it kind of a proper amount of wait time, but we'll give it another couple minutes. Lisa said spiders barking. That's funny. Yep, you already know paint fumes. Boom, boom, boom. Steven laughing. Tasty, lay, clear, too thick. Medium light coat at first. Inner coat definitely helps. Yeah, my brother, American Dream Kustom. We'll definitely have to talk, brother. I know, definitely have to talk with you, brother. I know, definitely have to do that. My number is in the description too, my brother. I know everybody's got their way of doing things. Especially doing all the classes, it is crazy to see how many different styles there are. Here I am touching, seeing how wet it is. We'll wait one more minute. Definitely, you'll see my number in the description, my brother. Text me your number. me make sure it's in there. Yeah, it is. Mine is the second number, my brother, in the description. Alejandro, I appreciate it, my brother. I'm gonna put one wet coat right now, and then I'll pray. I'll pray us out, and definitely appreciate you guys. Like I say, please go to the website support. We're gonna be starting the affiliate program, so that way you guys can point people to the website, earn 10% of whatever somebody purchases with whatever code you're gonna get that points them to the website. So like I say, if somebody spends $1,005, man, that's $150. If somebody, back to that, if they spend $400, that's $40. Man, that stuff can add up. You can either put it towards buying stuff from the website or getting payout. Who doesn't like that? It helps us, it helps you. Can't tell you guys enough. Yeah, personally, man, my brother, I don't like to add accelerator. Accelerator cuts the life of whatever you're doing down by 3/4. So if that job was going to last 30 years, it's only going to last 5 with the accelerator. 5 years with the accelerator. 5 years. Most paint reps will tell you that. It's horrible. Horrible. I quit using accelerator a long time ago. Makes it brittle. It slashes the life of your paint job in 3/4. 20-year paint job, 5 years. Break out that light, Rudy, too. It's right there. I don't want to get too crazy. Okay, I'm going to turn off the light. Let me unplug the phone. Wait up. Go for it. Get a little closer. We'll clean the lens real quick. A little overspray. That's the only sad thing I can't get on that side. But you guys kind of get to see what it looks like. Let me flip it this way so I can read the... There we go. Like I said, it's really hard to see. Like I say, I'm going to clear quite a few more times, but kind of see where the whites, where I put the whites, it kind of drowns out the flake and really pops. Let me try to go around this way. Rudy can get on that side. You can kind of get what I'm talking about. All the different shades. Of course, my little shaky butt, but I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you, Dale. Let's pray our way out, definitely for sure. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord. First and foremost, we just thank you, Lord. We thank you for just the gifts and the talents that you've given us, Lord. And I just thank you for every soul that's represented here, Lord. We absolutely cannot do anything without you. And I pray for anybody, if they don't know who you are, that they would come to know you, Lord. Your saving grace, just that you're still in the business of changing lives, no matter what condition somebody's in. You came for the worst of the worst. And we just thank you, Lord. We thank you. Like I said, I pray blessings over everybody on this live. We want to lift up my brother Scott, his family, for the loss of his father. And we just pray healing mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, in every area for every single person online. We continue to lift up those small businesses, Lord, that they would continue to prosper. I lift up everybody on this channel too that is trying to do this, Lord, that you would give them the vision, the skill, the talent, and help us just to be a light out here in just such a dark place right now. So we just thank you, Lord. We give you praise in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. We thank you. Man, I thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are family. Love you guys. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. We'll be working on Rudy's bike. And we just thank you. Appreciate you guys. Talk with you soon.